Hey everyone, it's Alicia here from We to Three. Today I wanted to update you really quick on the doctor's appointment I had today, this Friday, the 6th of March. This appointment, if you've been following along, was to go over my ultrasound results in which I found out I do have PCOS. I updated last Monday with letting you know that I did find out that from the nurse practitioner that called me. She basically just called to tell me that I do have it. Today's appointment was to go over all the options for how to treat it, what we're going to plan to do to try and get me pregnant. All of those things are what my doctor and I covered together today. Now, if you watched the video I posted on Monday, and I'll link it below if you haven't seen it, I talk a lot about things I've heard personally about PCOS, conceptions that I have about it, things that I've heard help with it and the management of it. And what I was anticipating today was basically to talk over all those options with my doctor and find out how they apply to my case. Now, my doctor did tell me right off the bat today that my version of what I have of PCOS is a little bit different than some cases. A lot of people who have PCOS have something in their blood work that tells them that they do have it. They have higher testosterone levels, or their insulin and glucose levels are way crazy, or something of that nature. I'm different in that all of my hormone levels and glucose and insulin levels and cholesterol, everything is perfect, it's fine. But yet I still have cysts and I'm still not able to ovulate on my own right now. So in that respect, I do have a little bit different of case than some people. I have the version where I still have cysts on my ovaries and I still have abnormal cycles, but I don't have any of the hormone imbalances. So that does kind of change the way I anticipated being treated for PCOS. One thing that I mentioned on Monday's video is that I know a lot of people that have had success taking metformin when they have PCOS. I mentioned that to my doctor and she kind of mentioned it, brought it up to me, but the reason that she said she wouldn't try that with me is because my insulin levels and my glucose levels are all fine. So PCOS and insulin levels like kind of go together in that way. People with insulin and glucose levels that are really off, that metformin drug will help them and their cases specifically, but in my case would probably not do anything because that's not what's causing the cysts. The cysts are just happening. It's not because of anything in my blood level. Again, if you remember from Monday, I went through a whole list of things that I expected my doctor to offer me or tell me. One thing I totally did not expect was that my doctor actually, the very first thing she said was, what I really want to do is send you to this naturopath. And for those of you that don't know, a naturopath is actually like a doctor, but they prescribe and do things that are not traditional to Western medicine. The naturopath that she's sending me to specifically is someone that will help me with like supplements and possibly Chinese herbs, which I've heard amazing things about, and then acupuncture. She's actually also an acupuncturist. So that was actually really awesome and really surprising to me because it was interesting. And I like my doctor for this reason, that the very first thing she offered me was something that was not necessarily traditional medicine based. She was definitely like, I believe that your body will get back on track. It just needs like help. And she goes, you're already helping it because you're working out, you're losing weight, all of that will help. And she's like, I think that if we just give it a little nudge with some naturopathy, that it will just start by itself again and really get back to where it was pre-miscarriage. So the first thing she did was give me all the information about this naturopath. She did that first, and then she came back and said, but I know how long you've been trying. I know how like people can get, you know, really anxious to really get the ball rolling. And she said, and I'm a firm believer in going with your gut. Like, you know better than I do where you're at mentally, physically. She's like, you can tell better than I can. And she said, basically, I want to set you up with a plan with the naturopath, but I want a backup plan because I don't want you to get so far into it and then have to come back to see me to get going on something else if you feel like the naturopath isn't working for you. So what she did is write me a script for Clomid and actually gave me the instructions and all the information that goes along with taking Clomid. And what she said is, whenever you feel ready or feel like the naturopath is not leading you, like to, like not curing you essentially, is not making your PCOS better, I can judge for myself when that point is, and I can just go to the pharmacy and have the prescription filled for Clomid and we can just start it. I don't have to like go back to the office and talk about what the naturopath did. I can just do it. And I really love my doctor for that reason. She's super proactive. Like, she understands what it's like, I think, to try to conceive and where people are at. And my husband, Eddie, was actually really surprised that I was just like, no, let's go to the naturopath first. That sounds awesome, because he knows me and I am totally one to take the easy out. So I think he was kind of shocked that I was like, yeah, I'm going to call the naturopath, because I think when he heard that the doctor offered me Clomid and I was like, we could wait a little bit, he was shocked. But I really do, I trust my doctor's opinion in that way. I really think that she knows what she's doing. And what did she say? She said, and this is a naturopath she works with often, she said, her and this naturopath have gotten many a woman pregnant. So, I mean, I think that's worth something. One thing I told Eddie was, if she had just said, well, let's just try this naturopathy thing, like, I don't know if it works, that would have been a little different. But because she's had success stories with this person in particular as a team, like working on someone's fertility, I believe that, like, let's just at least give it a shot. So basically, that's where we're at. As soon as I left the doctor's, I called the naturopath's office and made an appointment. It's on Monday, which is awesome. I'm so excited that I get to get in really quickly. I think mainly our first appointment will be just talking about a broad range of things. And she might prescribe me stuff to get started. I think I will be more likely to see her on an ongoing basis for acupuncture than to like redo anything with the naturopathy. I'm not sure how naturopaths work, but I'm assuming that I probably don't need to see her more than every 6 weeks. I mean, except maybe to get like refills on Chinese herbs, or like get something from her that I can't just go out and pick up myself. I don't know. I have never been to a naturopath, so this is kind of uncharted territory, but I've always been interested in it and I'm super excited. It's funny that like this is the situation that I get to go to one and like really explore that option, and it would usually not be something I was excited about. Like, I mean, trying to conceive and not being able to is kind of a bummer, so it's kind of like, oh, I'm super jazzed about this naturopath, when really in reality I'm like, dang it, I have to go to a naturopath. It's a whole mixture of things happening in my brain. But I am really grateful that I get to go to and experience that and really see what non-traditional medicine can do for my body. So, in conclusion, my naturopath appointment is on Monday. I'm super jazzed to see her. Basically, Edwin and I are going to try this naturopath until probably about July is what we agreed upon. That's about 4 or 5 months from now, and the doctor recommended seeing her for about 6 months to a year to really see the full effect. I personally think that if by the 5-month mark I'm really still not ovulating on my own, I'm not quite sure how inclined I am to keep, I mean, I might still go to the naturopath, but I think I might be at a point where I'm like, okay, let's just go for the Clomid. Like, let's just try it. Because in my mind, I'm kind of like, we've already let my body try to heal itself for almost a year now. And I just think if we're not seeing an improvement by seeing the naturopath within that 5 months, I'm not sure it'll have much more of an effect. If we start seeing a huge improvement and I'm starting to cycle on my own and ovulate even, then I think we would be inclined to keep going for a lot longer without taking Clomid, maybe even until about like September or August. And then we would probably fill the script. I know that we don't really want to wait any further than like September at the latest is kind of my thought with going without medication. If I'm still not pregnant, if I'm still not ovulating, that's kind of like my cutoff point, because I mean, I'm 26 now, I will turn 27 in January of next year, and we want a big family, and we're really ready to get started. So I don't think we'll go much further than September without Clomid. We'll definitely go until July at least and see where we get with the naturopath, and I'm super excited to see what happens. And I will totally film an update when I get home from the naturopath and put it up next week. Also, I am going to be filming a Trying to Conceive tag, and that will be going up on Monday. So since this is special edition, this will come out either tonight or tomorrow. But I will definitely film a TTC tag video, and that will come out on Monday instead of my usual update on Monday, since you're getting a special update now. Basically, we're just really excited to see some progress. I'm really feeling good about it, and I feel really enthused and like excited about where this is going to take us. I'm also feeling so great about losing weight. Walking into the doctor's office today and seeing a lower weight on the scale was amazing. I forgot how great it feels to have that happen. I feel like I'm forgetting anything, but I guess I'm not. And that's basically our update from today. We're feeling really good. I'm super excited that we're finally getting some stuff done about our fertility. So basically that's it for tonight, and I'm really excited for you guys to follow along with me. You guys have been so great already, leaving me comments about friends and family members with PCOS and what they've done. Literally all of it is helpful. Every single bit of information I can get is helpful. And your stories, I've been so obsessed already with everyone that's following along. So thank you again for watching. It means a lot to me. Go ahead and like this video if you like it, subscribe if you're not. Comment down below some of the things that you've done. If you've ever seen a naturopath, please comment below and tell me like what happens, because I am like on pins and needles. I'm excited to go. And that's it for tonight. Bye guys.